It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm your host, Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is here, and so is the Big Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal. Our game tonight featuring Kansas City as they...
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Hello, everyone. Get ready. And it's Kansas City to start out. Here are the starters for Milwaukee. Harden out there with Isaiah Thomas. Then there's Jonas Valanciunas. Then there's Chandler Parsons. And it's Nance in at the 4 slot. Now here's Collison. Back to Gallinari. That falls. Great assist by Darren Collison. Gallinari's got the first 3 points of the night up on the board for Kansas City. And Valanciunas kicks to Harden. Thompson with the rebound. And it's Kansas City's ball. It's a 3-point game.
And typically on the road, it's harder to get into a great rhythm offensively, but they did just that.
Yeah, and from the start, Greg, you could tell they were ready to go. Loved how fearless they were, confident, aggressive, attack mode. They don't care where the games are played. They're ready to get it done.
6 on the shot clock. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
So pretty to watch when Harden gets room to shoot from 3. I mean, his release, picture perfect. I think it's going in every time.
Gordon kicks to Collison. And out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession.
And Eric Gordon has long been noted as a terrific shooter, but I felt like he was able to display just how great he can be last season. Had that green light whenever he was on the floor and really near the top of the league in terms of threes attempted and made.
Now here's Thomas. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 11 points a game. That one goes in. Thomas got his first 2 points.
Whoa, he really got his defender on his heels on that one. What a fantastic play, guys.
And the replay courtesy of Under Armour, the Unleash Chaos moment, giving us a sweet look at some incredible basketball handling and offensive skills. There's a screen. Nurkic against Parsons. Uses the glass that time, and it's good. And for Gordon, he's been a great catch-and-shoot player in the past, Greg. The difference last season was the improvement in his pull-up threes.
And there is a world of difference between shooting a 3 off the pass as opposed to off the dribble. The pull-up threes are what make players like Steph Curry so hard to guard. And when Gordon added that to his game, I think it helped his overall ability to score the basketball.
Now here's Gordon. Isaiah Thomas unable to get his last shot to go. Screen by Nurkic. Over Parsons. And he can't bank that one in. For Milwaukee, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. And Larry Nance Jr., son of 3-time NBA All-Star Larry Nance, and both of them known for their big-time dunking ability.
Well, you know what I like to say, Kevin? You can't run away from the DNA. His father was the NBA's first dunk contest champion, and Junior has some highlight reel dunks of his own, especially that one everybody perhaps saw over Brook Lopez. What a punch.
You're right. Now, here's Nurkic. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. Thompson misses. Milwaukee in the lead. Thomas with the ball. Picked up by Thompson. Thomas kicks to Harden. Over Collison. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Harden's got 5.
And, you know, Harden's in-between game, money, cash. Any mid-range jump shot he gets, he lets it go, and I think they're all going in.
Now here's Collison. Thompson outside. Good, and the assist goes to Collison. Thompson's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Excellent feed from D.C., Darren Collison.
Thomas passes to Harden. Nance a screen on Collison. Harden kicks to Thomas. Shot from the wing. Rebounded by Kansas City.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
And the basket by Gordon.
Good quickness on the catch and shoot. Gordon giving the defense no time to react off the pass.
Now here's Harden. Valanciunas dishes to Nance. To the wing on the left. It's Thomas outside. Buries it from three-point range. Thomas got his second bucket tonight.
Okay, you got a nice little back and forth going here.
Yeah, and I like it. I love seeing that. It's a lot of fun when that happens. These teams are going at each other from the outside.
Tie game in Kansas City. And the second quarter will get underway just after this short break. Neither team able to build much of a lead up to this point as we start the second quarter. Thompson's gone 1 of 3 from the field here. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. Setting the floor for Kansas City. Thompson is out there with Gallinari. And there's Collison. And there's Gordon. And it's Nurkic in at the center position. Collison, the pass to Gordon. Gallinari, a screen on Thomas. Thomas against Gordon. Over Thomas. And the basket by Gordon. Gordon's got 5 points so far. Clark, looking across the NBA landscape, which post players do you see as the most physically dominant in the league right now?
Well, if you talk about physically dominant, there are a number of guys that fall into that category. But I would add this caveat. Who's physically dominant and most skilled? That's DeMarcus Cousins. Marc Gasol is similar because of his skill set. Drummond is an animal and a beast because of his rebounding and strength and athleticism. DeAndre Jordan, much the same, but skill and physicality, DeMarcus Cousins gets my vote.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. A 3-ball. No good on that one.
He hit 1 3 in the first, but the well has been totally dry for him in the second.
They get it back. And Valanciunas again. Valanciunas has got his second bucket of the game to go.
And he's pretty relentless inside. Valanciunas gets after it down low. It might not always look pretty, but he makes the most of his chances in the paint.
The shot by Thompson, no good. Milwaukee leading by 4. Moving it up. And the jam by Larry Nance.
You got to respect and you can't sleep on the passing ability of Harden. Love how he zips it over to open teammates.
Nurkic setting the pick for Collison. They set the screen. Gordon a screen. Gallinari a screen on Valanciunas. Here's Thompson. The kick out to Collison. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Collison's got his first basket.
And Collison has a nice stroke, a quirky release, but never going to pass up the mid-range jumper when it's there for him.
Nance a screen. Harden with it. Picked up by Collison. Harden kicks to Thomas. Good on the three-point shot. Thomas got his third bucket of the night.
Just a little confusion among the D as to who was supposed to be on it.
And Isaiah Thomas, the 60th and final pick of the 2011 draft. Greg, he definitely plays with a chip on his shoulder.
Yeah, I call it the little man syndrome. He's driven to prove himself. I mean, he's overcome the odds. In league history, only 9 players 5'9" or shorter have played 1,000 minutes or more in a season. And he's not just playing, he's playing at the highest level.
And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. And the foul called on Kansas City. The Bucks have shot 2 free throws, and they're 1 of 2 so far.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
And, you know, I really think the hard work they've put in the offseason and so far this year really making a big difference. I mean, they've made a huge improvement in their shooting at the line.
Here's Thompson. Again, the miss by Thompson.
You know, this just hasn't been his quarter. I mean, he doesn't seem to be comfortable at all. particularly shooting. I mean, he knows he's struggling right now.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
And those are the kind of sequences that tell you why the score is what it is.
Collison kicks to Gordon. Nurkic a screen on Parsons. Here's Gordon. Finds the bottom of the bucket from 13 feet out. Gordon's got 7 points.
Love seeing Gordon work in the pick and roll. Great at pulling up to shoot once the screen comes his way.
And a terrific percentage here in the first half. You gotta love their...
Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports
Welcome
Halftime
back,
Show.
folks. Ernie Johnson here alongside Shaquille. A competitive matchup for Milwaukee in the first quarter. They never trailed by more than 3 points, and it was neck and neck the entire period. In the second quarter, they made it look easy. They played well at both ends of the court, and suddenly they're sitting on a... And we're just about ready for the start.
Now the second half about to start up and begin any moment. One of the stories here, James. So it's the Bucks now. They lead by their biggest margin of the game, 9 on the court for the Bucks. Larry Nance out there with Chandler Parsons. Then it's Thomas. Then there's Jonas Valanciunas, and it's Harden in at the 1. No good from Valanciunas. Kansas City has gotten a success rate of just over 50% from three-point tonight. 4 of 7 shooting. And the rejection by Valanciunas. Here's Harden. And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
Looked like he rushed the layup to me. I mean, the defense was late on contesting that one.
Well, Greg, the Bucks can be a fearsome defense when things are clicking.
And the Bucks will do it with several approaches. I mean, great numbers in terms of steals and blocks. They force a lot of turnovers with their pressure and ball hawking skill. It's just a matter of when the offense can catch up to the defense.
And there's the defensive 3-second call. The Bucks shooting their 5th free throw of the game here. And so he hits the technical free throw. Clark, you were a strong free throw shooter when you played. Why do some big men have such a hard time being at least serviceable at the free throw line?
Well, I'm not as big as some of the biggest guys that have the most trouble. Typically, you see guys north of 6'8", 6'9", struggling tremendously from the line in general. And because of that, I think sometimes it's the mechanics of shooting the ball, and big hands can sometimes be a hindrance to that. Oftentimes, it's a matter of how much do you work at it and how soon do you start working at it. A lot of times, big guys tend to focus on their post moves and scoring the ball close to the bucket and not as much as shooting. But you're seeing more and more big guys with sweet strokes, and I think it's a matter of, again, basic fundamentals, mechanics, and then putting in hours and hours and hours of work on it.
Here's Thomas. It's deflected.
Boy, a sluggish, muddy start to this second half. Still scoreless.
A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. Nurkic, it's deflected.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
Harden dishes to Parsons. And Valanciunas kicks to Thomas. Such a wide open look. Thomas got the lead up to 10 now for the Bucks.
And this offense needed that one after 4 misses to start the half.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
And Kansas City decides to take their first time out here. They're getting their first look of the season at the Bucks in this one.
And going back to last year, this series was an even split.
Yeah, guys, they feel like they're the better team. The standings would agree with that. I look for them to assert that with their play tonight.
Hits. Got that one from Nurkic.
Spotting the open man, Collison, a capable playmaker.
Bucks leading by 8. Harden outside. Outside Thomas. From outside, off the mark. For Kansas City, they've gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. And Thompson kicks to Collison. Feeds it to Gallinari. To the inside. Here's Nurkic. Drops in the layup for 2. Nurkic has got 8 points.
Yeah, those shots are taken totally in rhythm, high percentage quality shots, and really getting whatever he wants.
Thomas passes to Nance. Parsons against Nurkic. Parsons dishes to Valanciunas. 5 on the clock. Offensive rebound, Bucks. Yep, that one goes in there. He's got 8.
Defensive rebounding, just such a crucial part of the game.
Yeah, it's finishing your defense, Greg. We know that. You can defend, then you got to rebound the miss, and you got to get to the glass with intensity.
Here's Collison. No good that time. Good work defensively by Harden. Bucks leading by 8.
If they increase the tempo, they got a chance at a 2-for-1.
Execution paramount. Speed it up and put the defense on their heels if you can.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Left side, Collison. The screen from Thompson. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
Yeah, still moving a little bit when he set that screen. He'll argue that he was set, but I really didn't think so.
It was very close, and I wouldn't mind letting them play on that one. It wasn't blatant by any means.
The 3 from Harden. That's in there. Thomas with the assist. And the Bucks lead by 11. And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Welcome back as we get ready to start the fourth quarter. Not exactly a nail-biter here, but you never know. Kansas City has gotten a success rate of just over 50% from three-point tonight. 4 of 7 shooting. Gordon is out there with Collison. Then there's Gallinari. Then there's Yusuf Nurkic. And it's Thompson in at the 3 spot. The step-back jumper is good. Thompson's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for Kansas City. Harden kicks to Parsons. Collison against Harden. Back to Thomas. The Bucks getting another chance here. Here's Harden on the wing. He's covered by Collison.
Love the ferocity. Heck, that's one of my favorite words, ferocity. Harden, excellent at accelerating and decelerating. That's the thing that makes him so tough. He can go fast, slow, or mid-range speed.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Bucks.
You know, one of the big stories has been the 3-ball. It's been a key part of their offense throughout the game.
Yeah, and also the way they've been able to generate points off of the turnovers that they forced tonight has also helped.
Harden hits them both. Clark, you know we like to reach out to the fans and have them send in questions, so I've got one right now. Here's Alex in Ohio, of all places. He asks, what sport other than basketball are you best at?
I specialized early, Alex. I was a decent athlete, had good hands, could catch and throw a football pretty well, but didn't like the contact there. Right now, I'm actually just a good workout guy, and I'm trying to become a better than average golfer.
Nance a screen. And they call an illegal screen here.
He went a decent amount of time before his first turnover there. It's really been a good, safe stretch of basketball from him to this point.
Kansas City trails by 9. Here's Thompson. There's the feed to Nurkic. It's stolen by Valanciunas. For the finish, and the jam by Harden.
And Harden continues to work on his defense. It is a work in progress, but showing a bit of an edge on this end of the floor now. I like it.
Time called here. Kansas City decides to talk it over. One of the stories here, James Harden getting it done today.
Absolutely on fire. They need to regroup and figure out a way to slow his roll.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, during the last break, I heard Tyronn Lue talking with his team. He got on him. He said he's got to see more intensity. He said, we've put ourselves in this hole, and we've got to work our way out of it. Show me you've got what it takes, guys.
Gotta love the smooth shooting stroke of Thompson. Outstanding at shooting as soon as he catches the ball.
Parsons with a screen on Gordon. And here is Thomas. Parsons outside. Good, and the assist goes to Thomas. Thomas got 3 assists tonight.
Okay, we got a nice little back and forth going here.
Yeah, and I like it. I love seeing that. It's a lot of fun when that happens. These teams are going at each other from the outside.
And Thompson gets it to go.
Another bomb for him right now. His three-point shooting might be the key to cutting that lead.
I don't think there's any question about it. I mean, as long as he keeps knocking them down, they might as well keep going back to the well. No reason to let it run dry. Keep firing that thing.
And no matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball inside.
Nurkic a screen on Harden. On the wing, Thompson. Nice ball movement by Kansas City. Collison, no good. Bucks leading by 10. Nance a screen. 1:05 left in the fourth quarter. Harden, no good.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
The offensive rebound. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. He hits the first one, and that brings them within single digits. And so he hits both. 54 seconds left in the fourth quarter. He dishes it to Thomas. Pass to Nance. He kicks it to Valanciunas. Off the screen. Gallinari with the rebound. And so Kansas City now. Thompson from long range. And Kansas City misses again. Harden against Collison. Now here's Thomas. Defense right on him. Gordon with the defensive effort. Guys, a comeback probably not in the cards at this point.
Yeah, I think you can put a fork in it.
Trifecta!
And Gordon has the confidence of his teammates, Kevin. A prime-time scorer who lives for situations just like these.
And an intentional foul right there. And he commits the intentional foul. He drops the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 7-point game. Time called here. Kansas City decides to talk it over. They trail by 7. 9 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
Yeah, this has been rough all the way around. I mean, coming in with high hopes and then just now trying to finish the best they can.
Well, Greg, this one's clearly over. This is done. But hopefully they can find some momentum to carry into the next game.
Nine seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one.
Well executed, great rhythm. You've got to finish that one.
Agree with you there, partner, because that screen really freed him up nicely, and that's a shot that if you're a pro, you need to make it.
All right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast.